इन्होंने क्या किया है कि अब हम बिहार का पूरा सिस्टम नए तरीके से करेंगे, वोटर डिलीट करेंगे और नए तरीके से वोटर लिस्ट। हिंदुस्तान में इलेक्शन चोरी किए जा रहे हैं।
हम लोग छोड़ने वाले नहीं है इस लड़ाई को। अगर नाम कटा तो आपको बताना होगा, पूरा डिटेल देना होगा, उसका पता, नाम, सारा डिटेल जितने लोगों का कटा है, इलेक्शन कमीशन को पूरा डिटेल बताने की जरूरत है।
That's right. Hello and welcome to this week's India Today Roundtable. The first week of the Parliament session, the monsoon session, has been almost washed out by the debate over SIR, or the Special Intensive Revision Exercise undertaken by the Election Commission of India in the state of Bihar, which goes to the polls in November this year. According to the latest information submitted by the ECI, with the last date being today for the submission of the forms, 99.8% voters have been covered until now. Over 65 lakh voters have been excluded or taken out from the list. Now the Election Commission says it will carry out this list, this revision exercise across India. The opposition is claiming that SIR will disenfranchise lakhs of voters. Rahul Gandhi is going to the extent of claiming that the Election Commission is stealing the election. The RJD is even threatening a boycott of the polls. The Modi government says the Election Commission is only doing its job. The Election Commission itself is stoutly defending itself before the Supreme Court says it's only purifying the election rolls. So, on this round table, what is this debate really about? Is democracy really on test as the opposition claims, or is this an exercise where the government is simply ensuring a free and fair election where only eligible citizens can vote? What is the key of the big election debate? That's what we're going to discuss on the round table. Joining us on that are representatives from all the major stakeholding parties. Sanju Verma is the BJP's Evergreen National Spokesperson. Dr. Ajoy Kumar is Congress spokesperson. Pawan Verma is General Secretary Jan Suraj. Rajiv Ranjan is JDU spokesperson, and Priyanka Bharti is RJD spokesperson. But before we go into our big debate, I want to bring you this report from Bihar, where many people still fear that their names will be excluded from the revised list. We've been tracking this story for several weeks now, the Bihar Truth Files. Before we plunge into the debate, try and understand just why this has become such a contentious issue. Take a look.
The deadline day is here for voter list revision in Bihar. The Election Commission of India claims to have covered almost all voters in Bihar, and the remaining electors are expected to be surveyed before August 1. But many people in the state still fear that their names may get deleted in the revised voter list. Many residents in Chhapra districts are complaining that BLOs have not visited their homes yet.
जो वोटर पुनरीक्षण का काम चल रहा है उसमें बीएलओ आपके घर पहुंचे?
एक बार नहीं आई, हमारे घर नहीं आए हैं।
लगभग एक महीने से काम चल रहा है।
अंतिम दिन है, नहीं आ रही है अभी।
बीएलओ नहीं आई है?
नहीं है।
ये बात तो सत्य है कि बीएलओ का वर्क है डोर टू डोर घूमना, लेकिन वो गई नहीं है। जहाँ तक वार्ड की बात है तो मैक्सिमम हमको लगता है कि 100-150 के समथिंग एवं भी छूटा होगा लोग का। उसमें तो हम लोग इतना मेहनत करके और जो भी बन पाया अपने से डोर टू डोर बंटवाए हैं, लेकिन बीएलओ का इसमें कहीं मुख्य सहयोग है नहीं।
Residents in Katihar are facing similar problems.
मेरे पास तो नहीं आया। मैंने उनको फ़ोन किया तो बोला कि हम ब्लॉक में जमा कर रहे हैं, आज लास्ट डेट है, कल के बारे में बता रहे थे। पहले से बीएलओ के बारे में पता नहीं था कब आता है कब जाता है, कभी आया ही नहीं मेरे पास।
While waiting for the BLO's arrival, a retired bank officer in Begusarai claims that many elderly people in the village fear they won't be allowed to vote as they don't have the documents which the poll body asked for.
निर्वाचन आयोग भोज हजर कोहरा रोपने वाली कहावत उसने चरितार्थ किया है। इतना कम दिन में हम नहीं समझते हैं कि ये सब संभव है। अगर उसे संभव था तो कम से कम जो आदमी यहाँ से बिहार से माइग्रेट हो के दूसरे जगह चला गया है, या जो मैंने गैर वोटर है जिसको उसको कैंसिल करना है, लेकिन जो जेन्युइन वोटर है उसको तो वो समझ रहा है कि ये जेन्युइन वोटर है, फिर उससे क्यों पहचान पत्र और ये मांग रहा है।
The BLOs in Hajipur district were seen rushing against time to collect as many forms as possible by the end of the day.
70% का हो गया है ऑनलाइन, कुछ आदमी बचे हैं 30%, तो उन लोग का 25% बचे हैं, जिसमें यहाँ आज कैंप लगवाइए सरकार पंचायत भवन में, वहाँ जो बच्चे हैं वार्ड से मुखिया जी से सब कोई से मदद लेके जो बच्चे हैं उन लोग का कर रहे हैं। डेट बढ़ेगा 2-4 दिन के लिए, क्योंकि काम पूरा हुआ नहीं है।
A man arrived at the panchayat office with 22 forms of family members who had migrated to other states for jobs.
तो हमारे थे आज 22 मतलब पेपर था घर का।
कितने फॉर्म लेके आए हैं?
22
फॉर्म है, एक ही घर का?
कुछ पहले जमा कर दिए थे, हाँ कुछ एक ही घर का है, बचा हुआ है कुछ, तो उसको जमा करने आए थे। आज लास्ट दिन था, देखे जमा कर देते हैं। और मेरे घर से नहीं बचे हुए हैं, हमें लगता है 40% से ऊपर लोग अभी बचे हुए हैं।
तो आज आखिरी दिन है,
सरकार को कुछ दिन का समय देना चाहिए।
According to the data released by the Election Commission of India, out of 7.89 crore voters, over 31 lakh voters were found to have permanently migrated, and about 1 lakh voters were found untraceable. It's this huge number of untraceable voters that continues to fuel the political controversy around SIR. With Saurabh Kumar and Alok Kumar Jaiswal in Bihar, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let's raise the first big question then. Is the Election Commission stealing the elections as the opposition alleges, or is that a grossly unfair allegation? That's my first big question. Is the Election Commission stealing the election, or is that a grossly unfair allegation? I want to take that first to Dr. Ajoy Kumar, since it's his party, the Congress, that's made that very serious allegation. Dr. Ajoy Kumar, when your leader Rahul Gandhi claims the election is being stolen, he's got to back it up, because the Election Commission is saying, why are you making these allegations against us? The matter is before the Supreme Court. 99.8% of the voters, according to the Election Commission at least, have been covered. Why does Rahul Gandhi claim then the election is being stolen?
So Rajdeep, just have a look at Rajdeep, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. So look at the data which the Election Commission released. 21 lakh people have died. 17 lakh people have moved out. 17 lakh people have moved out. 7 lakh people have got two voter IDs. This is what was the day before yesterday's release. And 1 lakh they cannot trace. If 17 lakh people have moved out, there must be voters somewhere else. Because you're saying there are 7 lakh people with two voter IDs. So if those 17 lakh people are only voters of Bihar and they're moved out, by what basis are you getting rid of, are you saying that there are no more valid voters? First question. This is their release. I'm just looking at it. Because we have no other idea, there is no other reply, there is nothing else. They just make the release. The second issue is, there has been so much of ground reports coming in where nobody's got a copy of it. They were supposed to give a receipt, not a single, and you have covered it. Every other TV channels have covered it. Major newspapers have covered it. That the BLOs are filling the forms. One of the Bharatiya Janata Party's, my colleagues from our political opponent party in one TV show had asked me a question, is why aren't you filing a complaint? What basis will you file a complaint unless you have the voter list, and then only the people can file a complaint that you have knocked out our names? But the fact is that the Election Commission...
So the list will be ready by the 1st of August. The list will be ready, the Election Commission says, by 1st of August. Any complaints of anyone being excluded, anyone who's not been given, whose name is not included, can file complaints between the 1st of August, after the 1st of August.
No. The question again is, This is the first time in the history of India. Earlier, people would decide which government who will get the vote and which government will come in power. Now the government is deciding who will vote. The government is deciding, because if you're saying 51 lakh people out of 7 crore voters, and you're saying 17 crore, and their vote. So our fear is the poor, the marginalized. Now, the second point is the narrative of Hindu-Muslim, which has been built up. And Rajdeep, we want to put it up front. My colleague is there from JDU. I've seen Rajiv Ranjan, and I know Rajiv for many years, so I expect a reasonable response from him. The Election Commission has not said a single in any of the press release about Bangladeshis, Rohingyas, Nepalese. Okay, nothing. No outsider. No, they have not detected. They have not said a single thing. Non-Indians have been. They're not in any of their releases so far. The Bharatiya Janata Party's deputy chief minister and everybody else is going around and saying Guspati, Guspati, Guspati. The question is, the Election Commission is playing the role of a political party in trying to, because they're not telling the political parties to stop this nonsense. They are not saying it, but they're making sure that the BJP tries to create the narrative. The most important part.
Sir, your 2.5 minutes is up. Okay. I remember there are 5 guests today, so I'm going to ask each of you to keep your submissions to not more than 2.5 minutes initially. Sanju Verma, why don't you, as the party which finds itself being targeted and the Election Commission being accused of batting for your party, respond to what you've just heard from Dr. Ajoy Kumar. He is claiming that the entire exercise is meant, he says, the fear to disenfranchise the poor who do not have the documents required, and they are being targeted as Ghuspetiyas, often because of their religion.
You know, Rajdeep, let's get one thing very clear. Under Article 324 of the Constitution, the Election Commission is a constitutional body. I don't think it needs certificates from the Congress or Rajdeep Sardesai or Sanju Verma or anyone for that matter. Again, the SIR exercise is democratically mandated, said Justice Sudhanshu Dhulia of the Supreme Court on the 17th of July while hearing the matter. Also, Sudhanshu Dhulia said, if the Election Commission will not conduct SIR, then who will conduct it? The other very important point is Article 326 of the Constitution speaks about only people who are eligible being given the right to vote, and this was also upheld in the Supreme Court, which clearly said that the Election Commission is working as per Article 326 and has the power to do what it is doing. So the limited point I'm making is, when the Supreme Court has spoken on the matter, then I don't understand कि Tejashwi Yadav, Rahul Gandhi, इन सबके पेट में इतना दर्द क्यों हो रहा है? And my final point is this: Bihar has 45,103 villages. The state is divided into 9 divisions, 38 districts, and 101 subdivisions. For administrative purposes, there are also 12 municipal corporations, 88 Nagar Parishads, and 154 Nagar Panchayats. Without being offensive to Rajdeep, मैं 24 घंटों से देख रही हूँ. Oh, the Election Commission has not visited Hajipur. Oh, BLOs have not visited a small village called Hajipur. Oh, BLAs have not visited Hajipur. Let's be clear, 99.8% of the SIR exercise is complete. And instead of
form collection, ma'am, 99.8% can be a misleading figure. Just because forms have been collected does not mean those forms have been filled by particular individuals.
Okay, I'm coming to that, Rajdeep. Now, the limited point is this. You know, दर्द राहुल गांधी के पेट में नहीं होता जितना कि राजदीप जी very humbly आपके पेट में हो रहा. You can't even wait for the BJP to complete what it is saying. You get so rattled. You get so frustrated. Let me say one thing. What has the Election Commission said? It has said that 7.23 crore voters, their forms have been received, their forms have been digitized, and their forms have been included in the draft electoral roll. They have also said that while Section 24 of the Representation of People's Act 1950-51, if anybody has a legitimate complaint, please file a complaint with the ERO or the AERO or the district president.
Just so like I stopped Ajoy Kumar, I will stop you there because your time is also up. As I said, there are 5 guests. I will give each of them equal time. Priyanka Bharti, you are with the RJD. Your leader has gone to the extent of saying he will boycott, or he could consider boycotting the elections. According to Sanju Verma, she is quoting Election Commission, 99.8% of the people's forms have been received. That is for a fact that she says is proof that this exercise is successful. Your response, Priyanka ji, आप हिंदी में भी बोल सकती हैं, अंग्रेजी में भी.
It's all right. It's fine for me. Either Hindi, either English, either German,
Whatever.
either Hebrew. I can talk in all the languages. But let me break her comfort zone, because Sanju Verma comfortably quoted Justice Dhulia. Justice Dhulia also said that 11 of the documents which Election Commission of India is seeking, I myself do not have them. So particularly, Election Commission of India does not consider Justice Dhulia to be a voter of India. Secondly, they are, according to report by Indian Express, 45% of people of Bihar do not have even one document from those 11 documents which ECI has asked. Thirdly, the SIR process itself is bringing the credibility of the ECI into limbo because of all the videos, all the digital media platforms. They are sharing documents and everything. If you analyze it, you'll find how they are themselves losing their credibility. On 25th January 2025, they completely revised. There was a summary revision of the whole voter list, and then ECI gave it and produced it. So then and there, they did not mention that 21.5 lakh people died. So within a time span of 182 days, you found out 21.5 lakh people are dead. So this also raises the this raises a question on the not only on the transparency, but also if even the election of ECI of India can perform its task.
Okay, so
not
Priyanka, let me stop
EC.
you. Let me stop you there. You are raising questions of the EC's credibility. I'll take that to Rajiv Ranjan. Rajiv Ranjan, why don't you respond? The question is the Election Commission's timeline also. Unrealistic timeline. You saw in our story, people are rushing around trying to fill form. Migrants of Bihar who live in other parts are unable to come back home in time. There is a list of 11 documents which I'll put up on screen. Many of them people don't have birth certificates that they need. For example, ये पूरी exercise जो है last minute with the elections just a few months ago, do you agree? Unrealistic exercise has been created?
राजदीप, आप देश के चंद उन पत्रकारों में हैं जिन्होंने कई सरकारों का दौर देखा है। अच्छा, सबसे पहले तो ये आपका इको हो रहा है।
जी 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 राजीव जी,
कृपया इसको ठीक करा देंगे। देखिए, 2003 प्रियंका भारती जी की पार्टी की सरकार थी और 2003 में ये 15 जुलाई से 14 अगस्त के बीच SIR हो गया था। SIR का जो हाउस लिस्टिंग है उसके लिए 1 महीने का वक्त था और उसके बाद इस पैनल में बैठे जितने पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं, उस समय जन सुराज नहीं था, लेकिन जो भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज थे उन सब ने मिलकर जातीय सर्वे का फैसला किया था कि कराना है। जातीय सर्वे का जो हाउस लिस्टिंग है वो 15 डेज में पूरा हुआ 2023 में। अगर 8 करोड़ मतदाताओं तक आयोग के 1 लाख BLOs को पहुंचना है और उनके साथ कर्मचारियों को सहयोग करने के लिए उसकी सूची भी साथ में जोड़ दी गई थी जो उनको सहयोग कर रहे हैं, साथ साथ पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के BLAs। 2003 में जो इलेक्शन कमीशन है टेक्नोलॉजी के हिसाब से भी इतना इक्विप्ड नहीं था। आज तो टेक्नोलॉजी का जो लगातार विकास हुआ है।
राजीव रंजन जी, आपने हमारी कहानियां देखी है क्या? जो हम ग्राउंड से रिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, इंडियन एक्सप्रेस कर रहा है, कई वेबसाइट्स हैं, अजीत अंजुम जैसे रिपोर्टर्स हैं, वो दिखा रहे हैं जो गलतियां जमीन पर हो रही है। क्या आप कह रहे हैं ये सब हो नहीं रहा है? दिस इज अ लास्ट मिनट एक्सरसाइज। इतने कम समय में, वो भी मॉनसून महीनों में, आप चाहते हैं कि सभी वोटर्स तक पहुंचे। कई गांव तक BLO पहुंचे नहीं है। हाजीपुर में कल हम गांव में गए थे, वो तो गांव पटना से तो 1 घंटा दूर है, वहां भी BLO पहुंचा नहीं है।
खाने के चलते
राजदीप जी, सबसे पहली बात तो ये है कि 99.8%। तो कल तक अगर वो 1-8% लोग नहीं होंगे जो इस पूरी प्रक्रिया में नहीं जुड़े होंगे, हो सकता है उनके एक आध विजुअल्स आपने स्टोरीज के जरिए दिखलाए होंगे। लेकिन मैं अजय जी को भी चाहूँगा कहना है, अजय जी मेरे 35-40 साल पुराने मित्र हैं और पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ को रिप्रेजेंट जब भी हम करते हैं तो पार्टी का स्टैंड तो होता है, लेकिन ये सच है कि SIR को लेकर के जितना हाय तौबा है, जब इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने अपना काउंटर एफिडेविट फाइल कर दिया और ECI के खिलाफ जो 11 याचिकाएं हैं, ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट उसकी 28 तारीख को सुनवाई करने जा रही है। आपके पास जो भी तर्क हैं आपने रखे हैं, SIR को रोकने से मना किया सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया ने, इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया को एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी मानते हुए उसका सम्मान किया। अब इस प्रक्रिया में अपने BLAs, सबने अपने अपने BLAs बढ़ाए, सबके नंबर में 2 गुना 3 गुना इजाफा हुआ। तो ये तय है कि आप हार की जमीन तैयार कर रहे हैं, आप उसकी कहानी रच रहे हैं। आपको ये पता है कि करारी शिकस्त और जो उसके बाद आप एक मनोवैज्ञानिक दबाव बनाने की रणनीति पर काम कर रहे हैं कि हम इलेक्शन कमीशन
राजीव रंजन आपका समय खत्म हुआ है। आप कह रहे हैं कि द ऑपोजिशन इज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर डिफीट एंड इज लुकिंग फॉर एन एक्सक्यूज, पूरी एक्सक्यूज ढूंढ रही है, इसलिए दे आर टारगेटिंग द सर एक्सरसाइज। Pawan Verma, Jan Suraj Party, the party of Prashant Kishore. Do you agree with Rahul Gandhi that he is saying the EC is stealing the election in Bihar with the manner in which this special intensive review has been conducted? As many as 68 lakh voters have now been excluded, many of them who are dead or are in 2 residences, or they haven't been able to verify their claims to be citizens in a sense. Do you believe that is stealing the election or purifying the rolls?
Thank you, Rajdeep. Please give me my 2.5 minutes. Jan Suraj has its own view on issues, so we do not echo what every party says blindly. But I do find it amusing, Rajdeep, that the BJP and its alliance partners blindly support the Election Commission and the statistics that it gives out. Please see our position. We are not against the Election Commission's right to carry out a free and fair poll. We are not against the Election Commission's right to ensure a credible voters list. But what questions we are raising are precisely those that the Supreme Court raised, and incidentally, the hearing is still on. The case is not decided. And the Supreme Court, in its wisdom, at the moment raised 3 fundamental questions. First, it asked, why are you not taking into account Aadhaar cards, voter cards and ration cards? Especially because 11 of those documents are based on having an Aadhaar card. Secondly, it raised the timing of the exercise, and this is critical. Rajdeep, I want to mention this in a perspective. According to the 2011 census, 50% of women in Bihar and 40% of men in Bihar are illiterate. According to the caste survey presented by Nitish Kumar in the assembly in Bihar, he conceded that only 3% of Dalits have passed 12th grade, only 5% of Ati Pichhadas have passed 12th grade, and only 7% of Muslims have done so. Now, with this as a background, in an electorate which numbers as large as 8 crores, please carry out the SIR, but do it with credibility and efficiency. If you had to do it after the summary revision poll revision which you had done just before the parliamentary election, why could you not start it months earlier? Why do you start an intensive revision in a state of the size of Bihar in June when 4 to 5 months later are the elections?
Point taken.
My
Your
question
point is you've
about that.
raised.
And thirdly, the Supreme Court raised.
Go ahead. Complete.
Yes, sir.
Complete, Pawan.
Thirdly, the Supreme Court clearly asked the question that the determination of citizenship is not the duty of the ECI. Even under the Constitution, it falls in the purview of the Home Ministry. So I want to make the point to you, Rajdeep, that for the vast numbers of the underprivileged, deprived and poor, the right to vote is their umbilical cord to having a stake in the system. True, please remove illegal voters. But if in the process carried out in this incredibly inefficient, untransparent and impractical manner, you disenfranchise a genuine voter.
I'm
Who
going to
will
stop
bear
you.
the
Your time is up.
consequences of it?
Pawan, your time is up. I've given equal time to all. I will now put two questions together, and Sanju Verma, just be a little patient, but I'll come first to you on these. The first question, is the Sir revision of roles exercise creating a bureaucratic nightmare? A point that was just alluded to by Pawan Verma. In a crunch time, 4 months ahead of an election, you're going across a state with almost nearly 8 crore voters trying to fill in these forms. Remember, many of them floating voters, migrants living in other states. Number 3, is the EC therefore purifying the rolls, or is it pushing for an NRC-like citizenship test? Is it that every individual is now going to have to prove his citizenship if he or she wants to vote, which really is not what the Election Commission is mandated for as per the Supreme Court? Sanju Verma, respond to both these questions. Bureaucratic nightmare, and you are creating a citizens register. This is, you could not succeed with the NRC in a small state, relatively small state like Assam. Now the EC wants to carry out across the country. You will end up excluding legitimate Indian citizens. Your response?
You know, Rajdeep, you repeated the same question twice. I'm not hard of hearing, but I will answer your question very pointedly. First and foremost, with no offense to Pawan Verma, I don't think the Election Commission needs certificates from Pawan Verma on whether the EC is efficient or inefficient, because he said the EC is inefficient. Mr. Verma,
why does the, no, ma'am, I have to stop you. Why do you keep saying the Election Commission does not need certificates? We have rights as citizens to question. Election Commission is not God. Election Commission can be questioned
and interrogate the Election Commission.
Can I please now speak?
We have the right in a democracy.
No, please, Mr. Verma, I did not heckle you. Wait for your turn. I have been very respectful. I will say what I need to say.
You have 90 seconds. Go ahead.
No, not my 90 seconds. I need my 2 minutes because I don't like it when you interrupt me and break my chain of thought, or I will stop speaking. Thank you. Now, do not break my chain of thought. Can you question the Election Commission? Yes. Can you question the CBI? Yes. Can you question the Enforcement Directorate? Yes. Can you question the Delhi High Court? Yes. Can you question the Supreme Court? Yes. But BJP cannot question Rahul Gandhi. BJP cannot question NK Stalin. BJP cannot question Mamata Banerjee. BJP cannot question the likes of a Mahua Moitra who sold her electoral,
who said they can't be questioned?
Ferragamo heels.
No, who said they cannot be questioned? No, who said, no, don't, ma'am, who said they can't be questioned?
No, this is
I'm allowing you to question them.
You cannot heckle me. I need to speak.
I'm not heckling you. I'm asking you a question. Asking you a question is not heckling. Go ahead.
You're heckling me.
I'm
You're
not.
heckling me.
Not at
you
all.
Are.
Not at
you
all.
Are. You are.
No, go ahead.
Mr. Sardesai, you are. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Now,
I'm giving you a minute more.
Yes. Give me 1.5 minutes more without interjecting me. Election Commission पर कॉल, प्लीज कीप क्वाइट, आराम से शांति में बात करेंगे, शांति से डिबेट करेंगे. आप इतना बौखलाइए मत, आपकी सेहत के लिए अच्छा नहीं है राजदीप जी. नाउ विनम्रता से कह रही हूँ, शांत हो जाइए. लेट मी से वेरी क्लियरली, इलेक्शन कमीशन पर लांछन कौन लगा रहा है? The same NK Stalin who undermines the credibility of the governor day in and day out, the same Mamata Banerjee who hurls reckless allegations at CV Ananda Bose, the same Rahul Gandhi who says we are coming after you, the same Sonia Gandhi who without any constitutional position in 2005 appointed Naveen Chawla as the chief election commissioner, और ये तेजस्वी यादव कहते हैं हम आपके सूत्र को मूत्र मानते हैं. The same Tejashwi Yadav says Mukhtar Ansari amar rahe. And Rajdeep, let me say one more thing. Barely 7 days back, the Supreme Court refused to give relief to Lalu Prasad Yadav in the land for job scam. दर्द लालू यादव को दर्द तेजस्वी यादव को इस बात का है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लालू यादव को खरी खोटी सुना दी. And my final point.
कहाँ जा रही हैं आप
How
मैडम?
many?
Why I
How many
say
final
not
points,
the
ma'am? How many final? You have 30 seconds now.
Necessary points.
Yes. So I
Priyanka,
don't
just a
want
minute.
this moment
I'll
to
let you
heckle me.
come. Yeah, let her finish.
Yes.
Finish. Sanju Verma, finish up.
Thank you.
What is your final
Yes, I don't
point?
want- Yes. I don't want Priyanka Bharati to interrupt me in her broken English, which makes no sense. Now let me say one thing, Rajdeep. बिहार में बीजेपी क्यों जीतेगी और मैं क्यों डंके की चोट पर कह रही हूं?
अपने तक रखिएगा.
Again, she has started. I refuse to debate like this.
Okay,
You said you'll give me my 30
okay.
seconds.
Volume down. Okay,
Can I-
your time is up, Priya. You
can I
made
please
all your
finish my
points.
30 seconds?
I will come back to you,
No,
Sanju
I want
Verma, in a
my 30
moment.
seconds. I want my
I
30
will come back to
seconds,
you.
Rajdeep.
Fade her down. I'll come back to you. Ajay Kumar, according to Sanju Verma, Rahul Gandhi can make whatever allegations he wants about election commission. He is beyond reproach. And thereby he is undermining institutional integrity. That's broadly the point. She did not answer my question, of course, on whether this purifying roles exercise is becoming an NRC-like citizenship test. I'll come back to that. But I'm asking you this. By his constant attacks on the election commission, is Rahul Gandhi undermining public faith in the election commission? Matter is before the Supreme Court. Why can't you wait for the Supreme Court to decide this matter, or you have no faith even in the Supreme Court?
No, so Rajdeep, you had asked me this question earlier. So first question is it a bureaucratic nightmare for the poor citizens of India? Yes. If Rahul Gandhi or anyone, if Mr. Stalin is asking questions on the governor, it's a valid question to ask. This is what is called democracy, which the Bharatiya Janata Party never understands. Second issue is, why are the BJP so touchy on the EC? Why are they so touchy on the EC? They were the same people who were complaining against the EC when they were out of power. And suddenly the only people who seem to be giving them a certificate as a political person. I would like to request Ms. Sanju Verma, first of all, please don't insult co-panelists, whether it is Ms. Bharti. No, one sec, please. We show you respect.
Point taken. Point taken. Nothing wrong in speaking English, Hindi, any language.
Any other co-panelists, because it is not your brief. We don't do it with you.
Yeah, but Ajay Kumar, okay, you made your point. Go on.
Okay. Now the other issue is, the Supreme Court is also, the Supreme Court is, it's under the Supreme Court is hearing the case doesn't mean that we will not raise issues. The issues are, you don't get duplicates. You're saying 50 lakh people have been, 50 lakh people names have been struck off or are under suspicion. Those are questions. Whether it's happening parallelly in Supreme Court is not the issue. The most important thing, and I'll finally tell you one important point. Pawan and me, I was a civil servant in Bihar. Rajiv Bhai knows it. There used to be booth capturing in the early 80s. And Bihar moved out of that booth capturing. It was so difficult. Now you are having a new form of booth capturing, where you're knocking off people like this. And I'm seriously pained on it, because it's the poorest in the world. And we are saying, verify. And last, most important, you went, everybody who has left Delhi and gone, every reporter from Patna has gone. Why is all of them, why are each one of them saying that there is something wrong in this process? Have you ever heard a ground report which is saying that the system is working well, except for the Election Commission? Have you heard any independent? So that is why, Rajdeep, last I'm saying, it is the greatest torture done on the people of Bihar. You have no clue on this. One sec, madam, please I don't interrupt you, so please have the courtesy not to interrupt me.
Listen to your lectures.
No, you're supposed to show courtesy to other person. We show you.
To your lectures.
Okay, I'm going to Sanju Verma, your fader is down. You can't. Ajay Kumar, you have 30 seconds complete.
So my question to you is, everybody in the world is saying there's something going wrong in the way they're doing it. I told you 17 lakh people who are not there, who are permanently left Bihar, but they're not telling you what is about their voter ID. If they don't have a voter ID in the place they've gone, that means you have defranchised them. Because if I have gone permanently from Bihar, why aren't you giving me the right to vote? Second and last most important, Rajiv is a friend of mine. It is actual de-enfranchisement, and no reporter who is independent has found that the system is working on the ground.
Yeah, you made that point. Yeah, your time is up. Priyanka Bharti, you see this figure which is being given by the EC of the voters excluded. What is the category? They are claiming that a certain number of people have died. 26 lakh people, they are saying, have died. There are others who cannot be located at the addresses that they originally had. which presumably they've either migrated or moved to another residence. Some people have dual residences. So the eligibility for they claim they are purifying the rolls. It is not about citizenship, Priyanka. They are purifying it. Agar koi mara hua hai, so how does he get to vote? What is wrong if the EC purifies the roll is what the EC is claiming.
Rajdeep, before I make my argument, I'll just make one point. I crush the idea of English elitism under my boots every day, so let's not go into that. Secondly,
and I support you entirely. You have every right to speak any language you want. You're speaking very well, Hindi, English, whatever. Nobody has the right to call someone a broken English. I think Sanju ji, you might wish to apologize to Priyanka for that.
People to abuse the Prime Minister on your shows.
No. You have called a broken English, ma'am. I have not. Nobody has abused the Prime Minister on this show.
Okay. Now let me make a point.
Please put a fader down. Please go ahead, Priyanka. Please go ahead.
And Rajdeep ji, you say they are purifying the voter list. I also agree to it. Purifying in sense that Dalits, OBCs, Adivasis, Muslims, downtrodden, underprivileged, all people are being purified out of the voter list. They're excluding them. And when you talk about dead people, no, one of the journalists like Ajit Anjumji showed a video where, you know, a person was saying that my father died 6 years ago. My mother died in January. And now I receive a message saying that you have been added and you can vote. So they are making dead people eligible to vote, but those who are alive are not eligible. And you see, when you have Aadhaar card, the first line written on the Aadhaar card is Mera Aadhaar, Meri Pehchan. What Modi wants to do? He wants to change it. Mera Aadhaar in my Kudadan. Because it does not make sense not having Aadhaar card. Supreme Court also suggested they should add Aadhaar card. And it's not only the concerns of RJD or opposition. It's also the concerns of allies of BJP. You see, JDU
but Priyanka ji, people are saying that somebody may have taken a duplicate Aadhaar card. If I have got a duplicate Aadhaar card, why should I get the right to vote?
So these people, first of all, just let me complete, then I'll come to your point. The allies of even BJP like JDU or TDP also wrote a letter where they said that in fact CAG should be appointed, that there are no anomalies in the voter list and how ECI is functioning. Secondly, JDU spokesperson is sitting here. I would just like to ask, Gidhari Yadav also said that my son's name would also not be included in the voter list. I'm concerned about it. What do you say to your MP from your party? And thirdly, when you say, and what was the question you were raising, Rajdeep ji, in between?
I raised the question that if someone has a duplicate Aadhaar card, or if there are places where Aadhaar cards have already been saturated, especially in the border areas, how can you only go by Aadhaar card? Is he saying we can't only go by Aadhaar card?
Rajdeep ji, the area where you are sitting, Noida, it has 132% of saturation rate when you talk about Aadhaar card. So the people who are sitting there, are they not eligible even to vote? And these people who are talking about Aadhaar card, these people only voted Narendra Modi. So Narendra Modi should not be the PM of India. These
okay, good points. All good points. Let me go to Rajiv Ranjan. Rajiv Ranjan ji, जब चुनाव 2024 में हुए तब किसी को कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं था. 2024 में जब जनरल इलेक्शन हुए, ये सभी लोग जिसको आप एक्सक्लूड कर रहे हैं, उन्होंने तो चुनाव में वोट किया है. और आपने समरी रिवीजन भी की, पूरी इलेक्शन कमीशन ने प्रक्रिया की जो जनवरी तक चली. अचानक क्या हो गया कि जून में इतनी बड़ी एक्सरसाइज करनी पड़ी, वो भी चुनाव के 4 महीने पहले? ये क्या लोगों की सिटीजनशिप टेस्ट बन गई है? कल तक वही इलेक्शन कमीशन कह रही थी हम एपिक कार्ड को आधार से जोड़ेंगे. आज क्या हो गया?
अच्छा देखिए राजदीप जी, सबसे पहली बात तो ये है कि जिस 2024 पार्लियामेंट्री इलेक्शन में हमारा स्ट्राइक रेट है 75% का, 40 सीटों के लिए हम चुनाव लड़ रहे थे, 30 सीटें हम लोगों ने जीती. उसके बाद स्टेट के बाई इलेक्शंस हुए. हमारी सिटिंग सीट केवल एक थी, लेकिन हम लोगों ने चारों की चारों सीटें जीती. इसका मतलब हमारा स्ट्राइक रेट 100% का है. और एक दिलचस्प बात क्या है, जो लोग आज जीवित नहीं हैं या जो बाकी के 3 श्रेणियों में हैं, जो लापता हैं, जिनको ट्रेस नहीं किया जा सका है, जो एक से ज़्यादा स्थानों पर मतदाता हैं या जो परमानेंटली माइग्रेट कर चुके हैं, क्या 100% मतदान इस देश में होता है? पिछली बार 65.67 अप्रॉक्स मुझे ऐसा लगता है नेशनल एवरेज था ये पार्लियामेंट्री इलेक्शंस के लिए, और बिहार में 57% का एवरेज था. तो ये 43% लोग, इसमें बहुत सारे लोगों ने तो वोट नहीं किया. ये आजादी के बाद जितने चुनाव हुए,
सर वोट नहीं करना एक बात होती है, वोट डिनाई करना समझ में नहीं आती. आप किसी को एक्सक्लूड नहीं कर सकते.
मैंने दूसरी बात कही. आपने ये
कहना क्या चाहते
मैंने
हैं?
आपको ये समझाया है कि मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि ये हमको वोट दे रहे हैं कि उनको वोट दे रहे हैं या किसी को उन्होंने वोट दिया ही नहीं, ये आप कैसे समझ सकते हैं? ये तो एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज, ये एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल
सर मेरा
राइट
आपसे कहना है कि जो सिस्टम 2024 के चुनाव में चली थी, आप चुनाव जीते थे, उस चुनाव सडनली 4 महीने पहले आपको क्या इतनी व्हाट वाज द हरी? ये क्या था? क्या ये पूरे देश में एक सिटीजन रजिस्टर करना है? कुछ लोगों को एलिमिनेट, जो आपको वोट नहीं देते उनको बाहर करना है, ये जो आरोप लगता है, खास करके मुस्लिम समुदाय के लोगों, आप जो बंगाली भाषी है उनको बांग्लादेशी कहकर डिनाई कर रहे हैं, मुसलमान कह रहे हैं कि हमको वोट करने नहीं दे रहा अगर मैं किशनगंज कटिहार बॉर्डर एरिया में
अभी तो मुझे नहीं लगता है राजदीप जी, देखिए सनसनी पैदा करने की जो भी खबरें आई हो, लेकिन ईसीआई ने जिन 5 श्रेणियों में जो जानकारियां दी हैं कि कितने लोग किस श्रेणी में हैं, उसमें किसी भी विदेशी नागरिक या किसी तरह का जिक्र नहीं है, और न हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख, ईसाई, जैन, पारसी, जो आप नहीं कहना चाहेंगे। मैं आपको कहता हूं, ये कौन लोग प्रचार कर रहे हैं मैं नहीं जानता हूं। आधिकारिक तौर पर जो जीवित नहीं है वो मतदान कैसे करते हैं? नहीं कर सकते हैं।
ठीक है, आपकी
जो
बात
एक से ज्यादा जगहों पर है उनकी हिमायत कौन लोग कर रहे हैं?
ठीक है,
और अगर आपने ये पूछा कि
ठीक है सर, आपकी बात मैं समझ गया, आपकी बात मैं समझ गया। यू आर सेइंग इट इज राइट टू फॉर द इलेक्शन कमीशन टू weed out voters who are there in more than one place. Pawan Verma, there will be those who will say this is, as I said, purifying roles. Do you believe it is purifying roles, or is it an NRC-like citizenship test that people are being asked to prove that you have the right to vote, not the other way around, where it was the election commission who had the responsibility of deciding whether a person could vote or not. They've shifted the onus of proof onto the citizen.
Rajdeep, you keep talking of an NRC-like exercise. Don't mock the NRC, however ill-intentioned it was. I'm reminded of a very brief couplet by Mirza Ghalib. लाग हो तो हम समझें कि है लगाव, जब न हो कुछ भी तो धोखा खाएं क्यों? What is happening on the ground is far removed from an efficiently carried out ill-intentioned NRC. It's not that we don't have ground reports. Prashant Kishore has walked through over 5,000 villages for 2 years. Our current membership in Bihar, paid membership, is 1,25 lakhs and growing at the rate of 5 lakh people a month. The BJP's, I'm not comparing and I don't wish in any way to decry any party, the BJP's official membership is 70 lakhs. So it's not that we don't get reports from the ground. And those reports are saying that in the name of an SIR, what is happening is utter confusion and panic on the ground, and BLOs doing their jobs not in terms of purifying the list, but to somehow meet the election commission's deadlines and percentage requirements of how many people have been covered. I ask you a question. Bihar has the highest rate of out-migration from any state in the country. By different estimates, there are 2 or 3 crore Biharis who are forced because of a lack of jobs to live and work in miserable conditions in other states. How can they, in an exercise starting in June, complete the process of proving their citizenship, because the onus is now on them, to an election commission which, if it had to do the SIR, please do it. You should have started in January, just after the parliamentary elections.
Okay,
Why have you telescoped it into 4 months
you made that,
and made a mockery of the exercise?
You made that point, you made it very strongly. In my last 10 minutes, I raised 2 more questions, and I will give equal time again to each of my guests. Is the Election Commission therefore a tool in the hands of the Modi government, as the opposition alleges, or is it truly now a neutral umpire? And linked to that is the question, is the opposition therefore threat to boycott the elections justified? This time I will reverse it and go to Ajoy Kumar first. Ajoy Kumar, is it your case that the Election Commission is acting under the directions of the Narendra Modi government? And if so, do you have any proof of that? When you make that allegation, and that allegation is made by your leaders, you will have to provide hard evidence to show there's collusion. It's one thing to say, as Pawan Verma says, it's a badly, that the SIR is not functioning properly in terms of the fact that it's maladministered on the ground. But you are going further and saying collusion between EC and the BJP government. Do you have any evidence of that?
So let us start with the change in the rules. You removed the Chief Justice of India from the selection of the post of the Chief Election Commissioner. Why did you do it? Because you didn't want an independent voice and you wanted to set the match. Second, one gentleman who resigns from the IAS at 11 in the forenoon, at 2 it is accepted in the Arun Goel, by the way, who is now the ambassador in Croatia. You accept his resignation at 2 o'clock. He becomes a member election commissioner of the a member election commission, and the next day. What is this joke in this country? And you saying they're not compromised? Third, we are asking them repeatedly, why didn't you take anybody in confidence? Let's take the SIR issue, or let's take even Maharashtra for that matter. We have been asking them that please give us the electoral rolls. No, we will not give it to you. Have you seen any election commission treating the opposition parties every request with so much of arrogance? There has not been a single press conference for you and people of all the newspapers who have been questioning this to ask them a question. So by which standard? And if every opposition leader, if every opposition is saying that the election commission is biased or their actions are not correct. Bias, some people might think it's a strong word. Some might say it's like Pawan said, the process should have happened, and I respect that perspective. Are everybody wrong? And please remember, Rajdeep, please remember that the last elections, the difference of votes in the last Lok Sabha was hardly a 2% vote, was a vote difference between. So my question to you is, what are you saying? That you won an election, Lok Sabha, you barely crossed the line, and you suddenly decide that whatever you say is gospel. What about the rest of India who didn't vote for you?
Okay, so Ajay Kumar, your time is up. You've made your points. You know, Sanju Verma respond. I know you're getting exasperated, but the fact is that you have every right to respond to what I have asked you. Is the EC a tool in the hands of the Modi government or a neutral umpire?
I want my 30 seconds extra from last time also, and I want now you not to interject me. Behave like a journalist, I will behave like the national spokesperson of BJP. If you try to behave like the pseudo spokesperson of the Congress party, I will show you your, I will show the mirror to you. Now let me start. Very, limited points. First and foremost, the entire SIR exercise is being demonized because Rahul Gandhi, Mamta Banerjee, Mahua Moitra, Falana Dhamkina say that voters are being deleted. 6.7 lakh voters deleted ahead of the Bengal Assembly Elections in 2021. Media, including Rajdeep Sardesai के मुंह में फेविकॉल जम गया था. 22 lakh voters deleted in Telangana ahead of Assembly Elections in 2023. Entire opposition, including Rahul Gandhi के मुंह में फेविकॉल जम गया. 4.28 lakh voters deleted in Karnataka ahead of Assembly polls in 2023. Again, ये जो गोदी मीडिया की बात करते हैं, there is something called पिड्डी मीडिया, PIDI. पिड्डी मीडिया के मुंह में फेविकॉल जम गया. 47,000 voters deleted ahead of Himachal elections in 2022. Himachal is a small state. अगर राजदीप सरदेसाई और इनके जो सह मित्र हैं, उनके मुंह में फेविकॉल जम गया. BJP lost Karnataka. Did Sanju Verma come and do Rona Dhona on your show? No. BJP lost Telangana. क्या BJP ने आपके शो पर रोना धोना किया? नहीं. BJP lost Himachal. क्या राजदीप सरदेसाई के शो पर बीजेपी के किसी नेता ने इलेक्शन कमीशन को गालियां दी और रोना धोना किया? No. Now let me say one more thing. I saw you playing some quotes about Mahua Moitra. Mahua Moitra अभी इलेक्शन कमीशन को सर्टिफिकेट देंगी. She gave away her parliamentary login. No, 1 minute now. Don't interject me. I know your wife is from the TMC. Please let me finish in 10 seconds. Mahua Moitra gave away her parliamentary login and password for a bottle of Chanel perfume, a Louis Vuitton bag, and a pair of Ferragamo sandals. And Rajdeep Sardesai, aapke show par, 1 minute, that show went viral. Thanks to you, that show went viral, where Mahua Moitra Nishikant Dubey a pit bull. आपने एक बार नहीं कहा that Mahua, you are breaching the code of conduct in terms of bhasha.
Madam, you know, you have your personal angst against individuals. Can I ask you a straight, simple question? The manner in which there are, you know, the manner in which the exercise has been carried out has led to certain misgivings. Rather than show humility, you seem to go into personal attacks all the time. I am asking you specific questions, you don't answer it. Is it a citizenship test? Answer my 30 seconds. Is it a citizenship test? Is voting a citizenship test? Say it is. Be honest enough to say it is.
Please. Rajdeep ji. Rajdeep Sardesai ji. बड़ी विनम्रता से
संजू वर्मा जी
तो आप अभी ध्यान से सुनिए. Let me say one thing, Rajdeep. Why the opposition is rattled, and I will answer your question. It will take me 5 seconds. This is not NRC. This is not a citizenship proof exercise. But I will, you know, since Pawan Verma quoted a couplet, मुझे लोकसभा में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने कुछ कहा था, मैं वो दोहराऊंगी. आपके पांव के नीचे जमीन नहीं, आपके पांव के नीचे जमीन नहीं है, आपके एज इन ऑपोजिशन के. लेकिन कमाल तो ये है तुम्हें यकीन नहीं, लेकिन कमाल तो ये है तुम्हें यकीन नहीं है. And final 10 seconds.
Your time is up.
No, final 10 seconds.
Your time is up, ma'am. You've spoken 3 minutes non-stop. Fade her down. Priyanka Bharti, you know, your leader Tejashwi is calling for a boycott. I mean, when you are not calling for it, but saying that is a possibility. As a result of doing that, is he also not casting a shadow of the entire exercise? Allow it to get completed. If by end of August you find that there are particular anomalies, you can have them corrected. It is always possible. You can go to the courts if necessary. The matter is before the Supreme Court. Why already call for a boycott of elections?
Rajdeep ji, have they left an option for us? Are they providing us a level playing field? When we question them, the only thing what they do is press release. ECI is following the footprints of Mr. Modi. Neither Mr. Modi does press release, nor is the ECI. And secondly, when press conferences, when Sanju Verma is defending Nishikant Dubey, I would just like to use the word which Nishikant Dubey used for Mahua Moitra was Nagar Vadhu.
Let us speak. Please speak, Priyanka.
Do you even remember it? And being a female, how can you even justify it, Sanju Verma? Does the quality of abusing everyone comes when you are is required when you are spokesperson of BJP? So the final point which I want to make, Rajdeep, is stop telling people when the BJP sees, when the BJP sees skull caps, the moment they see skull caps is the moment they start shouting, these are illegal voters. So stop saying that, and along with it, the ECI should stop that arrogant behavior which Gyanesh Kumar might have learned from Amit Shah as he was working under Amit Shah. And finally, the last point which I would like to conclude is, TDP also said that, even Chandrababu Naidu said that if you want to do similar process like SIR in Andhra Pradesh, start it right now, so because the elections are in 2029.
Okay, ma'am,
and for
ma'am,
Bihar,
your time.
what is the amount of time you have given to us?
Priyanka, your time is up. Therefore, people are saying that is this exercise directed towards Bihar and the states of 2026, particularly Bengal and Assam. But I want to give Pawan Verma a final word. Maybe he can have a couplet for us at the end of this debate. Pawan Verma ji, the Election Commission, and I'm now looking at the big picture, was one of the few institutions regarded with great pride. It was the symbol of ensuring free and fair polls. We are seeing in the last 12 months, after every election, some controversy or the other, this time before an election. Is the credibility of the Election Commission as bad as it's being made out to be by the opposition? Or is it as good as the BJP makes it out to be? Is it somewhere in between? Ek shairi ho jaye.
Rajdeep, let me answer this question clearly. Malafide or the allegation of malafide arises out of a perception that the Election Commission has its most vociferous spokespersons, irrespective of what decision it takes, in the ruling party and its allies. I say that even for their own credibility, once in a while the NDA parties should interrogate the ECI. After all, ECI तो किसी का नहीं है ना, उनका भी नहीं है. कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ ले, कुछ क्लैरिफिकेशन मांग ले, कभी कभार कोई सवाल उठा ले. पर नहीं, इलेक्शन कमीशन तो अब बिल्कुल पाक और साफ है, जिस पर मुझे अगर आपको शेयर की जरूरत है तो कई दफे कहता हूं कि खतावार समझेगी दुनिया तुझे, बस इतनी भी ज्यादा सफाई न दे। I want to say to you that if the election commission is impartial, let it become transparent, let it put up on a website and publicize those whose names have been deleted and the reasons therefore. Pardarshita is the central pillar of democracy.
I take your point, I echo it
And if you
entirely.
don't
And that
do it,
really, I couldn't
people
agree
will
with you
raise
more.
their fingers.
That is at the heart of this debate. The election commission should be transparent. If it was transparent and was able to make itself accountable to we the people of this country, maybe these controversies wouldn't emerge. But the opacity surrounding the election commission and this entire exercise, the timing, the scheduling, the way it's being carried out on the ground have led to several misgivings, and therefore this is the big election test. Whether the election commission can fulfill that test will be a challenge for the institution that is deemed to be a truly neutral umpire, at least in letter. Can it also be in spirit truly neutral is the question. Sanju Verma, I hope you'll have a nice cup of tea and relax a bit. I appreciate you joining us. Ajoy Kumar, Priyanka Bharti, earlier Rajiv Ranjan and Pavan Verma for joining me on the big election test on the round table this week. Thank you so much. And to you, the viewers, namaskar, goodbye, Jai Hind.